Hi, Year 3. This is your lesson 3 for IPC this week. And today we are doing the deforestation debate. So what exactly is deforestation? Deforestation is the act of clearing away many trees by cutting or burning. Feel free to read along with me if you'd like. It is usually done to make way for growing crops or farming cattle, for building roads or towns, or to make use of the wood. Trees are useful and valuable. What things can you find in the room that rely on trees being cut down? Can you find anything around you? I've got something just here. I've got a notebook with paper in. Obviously, paper comes from trees. So this has relied on some trees being cut down. What else? I've also got this coaster. It's got wood on it. So that also relies on trees being cut down. Can you find anything else in your home where you're sitting? Okay then. Woods, like mahogany, are strong and perfect for making furniture or building. Many of these tree species grow in tropical rainforests like the, what word is that? Got a clue, begins with an A. Like the Amazon in South America, and are cut down so that the wood can be sold. This is called logging. Deforestation in the Amazon rainforest. The Amazon rainforest is the world's largest tropical rainforest. It is so big that the UK and Ireland would fit inside it 17 times. Imagine how huge that is. The UK and Ireland can fit inside it. Wow. The rainforest is home to billion trees, and 10% of all animal species in the world live there. How many billion trees? 1 billion? 5 billion? 100 billion? It's home to 390 billion trees. Are the biggest threat to the Amazon rainforest. Who do you think is the biggest threat? Begins with an H. It is humans. More than 5 billion trees are cut down across the tropics every single year. This number increases every year, and over half of the tropical forests worldwide have been destroyed since the 1960s. So lots of those rainforests are no longer there. Palm oil is a big factor of deforestation in the Amazon and Indonesian rainforests, but other countries use it. What's that word we talk about when we're saying how things can be used, how resources can be used and reused? Sustainably. So some countries like Ghana and Ecuador can use palm oil sustainably. So what are the main causes of deforestation in the Amazon rainforest? Well, 65 to 70%, it's in the top row here, of deforestation is caused by cattle ranching. That's, what type of animal are cattle? Cows. So it's caused by cows, maybe feeding on the land. 25 to 30% of deforestation is caused by agriculture, which is growing crops. 2 to 3% is caused by logging, and 1 to 2% is caused by fires, mining, building, road creation, and dams. Cattle ranching produces beef and something beginning with L, this type of fabric. Cattle ranching also produces leather, among other products. Logging usually results in deforestation, meaning that specific types of trees are cut down and the forest can no longer provide certain fruit, leaves, or habitats? Can anybody describe what a habitat is? If animals have a habitat, they come from a certain habitat, that just means where they normally live. So let's look at the deforestation debate. And here we're looking at the points against deforestation. Deforestation destroys the of lots of animals. What's that word we used? Instead of homes for animals, we talked about habitats of lots of animals, many of which are becoming extinct as they don't live anywhere else. Another point against, even if trees are replanted, they take to grow back. Seconds to grow back, days to grow back. They take years to grow back. A lot of logging is done illegally. The machinery used in deforestation also adds to carbon emissions. So that's the carbon released into the atmosphere, and that can be really bad for the air and the atmosphere. Other animals also eat foods found only in the forest. So by cutting down those trees, we are destroying both their food, good job, and ours. With no trees to anchor it down, loose soil is washed into rivers and pollutes them. In other words, it harms the rivers. We get a lot of our food from the rainforest, such as this type of fruit, such as banana, rice, potatoes, nuts, and oranges. Without the forest, these will not be found in nature. And last point against, the trees help to control the climate and water cycle. Without the trees, the greenhouse effect will be worsened, and the rivers in South America could change beyond recognition. In other words, so the greenhouse effect is the world warming up, so the world will get even hotter and hotter over time, and the rivers in South America could look completely different from the way they look at the moment. Now, let's see the other side of the deforestation debate. We are now looking at the points for, so in favour of the debate. The rainforest provides humans with fuel, wood, which we just saw, I showed you my book, paper, land for farming, space for mining, and areas for ranching. What's the animal we talked about? Cattle ranching, cattle or cows. Industries that remove trees from the rainforest, such as farming or logging, can provide work for who? For people. So that means there are jobs for people because of deforestation. Extreme weather and climate change could destroy the forest. It makes sense to use its resources now. Another point 4, there are special protected areas of the rainforest where cutting down trees is not what? Where cutting down trees is not permitted or allowed. Where trees have been cut down, new ones can be replanted so they can grow again. Although many foods come from the rainforest, we can grow some of them outside the forest in greenhouses, so they're very hot houses, and plantations. Many governments of poorer countries depend on the money made by logging, as well as the trade of the goods mentioned, so it can really help those countries. Rainforest wood is also used for building. Also, things made from like mahogany. Mahogany is a type of wood. Things made from wood, like mahogany, can be exceptionally beautiful. They can be very beautiful. So, what about you, Year 3? Are you for or against deforestation in the Amazon rainforest? And can you explain why? So over the task that you've got, you'll be looking at the points for and against, and see if you can decide which side you are on. Are you for deforestation, or are you against it? Or do you think there are pros and cons of each? See you next time.